Hello and welcome to iGCSE Chemistry with Mr. S. Today we're going to be looking at the reactions of acids, which is topic 8 in the syllabus. Now in blue here I've got the 4 typical reactions of acids. The first one being metal plus acid, which makes a salt and hydrogen gas. Let's look at a specific example of this. So we could have magnesium, state symbol solid, a piece of magnesium, reacted with aqueous hydrochloric acid. AQ means that a chemical is dissolved in water. Now that makes a salt, which is a metal and a nonmetal, an ionic compound, magnesium chloride, which dissolves in water, and hydrogen gas, state symbol G. Now, why is the formula MgCl2? That's because magnesium ion has a charge of +2, and chlorine ions have a charge of 1-. So you need 2 chlorine ions to balance the charge of magnesium +2. So it's MgCl2. Second equation that is typical of acids is with a metal carbonate. It makes salt, carbon dioxide, and water. Now, let's take another metal. Let's say, for example, barium carbonate, solid. We add again an aqueous solution. Let's pick another acid, H2SO4, aqueous. We make a salt, barium sulfate. In this case, it's actually a solid, doesn't dissolve in water. And we make CO2 gas and water. Now, water is L, state symbol L, because it's not dissolved in water. It's just water, so not aqueous. Now, barium has a charge of +2. So barium has a charge of +2, and the sulfate ion has a charge of -2, which is why we have barium sulfate with no other numbers here. Now, next reaction, metal oxide plus acid makes salt and water. Now, metal oxides are not soluble, so you'll see that, for example, magnesium oxide is solid. We add another acid, nitric acid, HNO3, dissolved in water, aqueous, makes a salt, MgNO3, 2. And let me fix that. And water. Again, the formula is we need 2 nitrates because nitrate has a charge of 1-. So you need 2 of them to balance the +2 charge of magnesium. Now, the last reaction is very similar to the one above. Acid plus alkali makes salt and water. They both make salt and water. The only difference here is that metal oxide is a base. It has a pH over 7, but is not soluble, whereas an alkali has a pH greater than 7, but is soluble in water. So take a typical example. Sorry, let's start with the acid. So HCl, aqueous, plus NaOH is a typical alkali we will use in the lab. They make a salt, the most common salt, NaCl, which dissolves in water, so it's aqueous, and water. So these are the 4 typical reactions of acids. Thank you very much for listening.